Hey, we got a great question the other night in our Dry January Restore course that I wanted to address here on YouTube, which is why don't alcoholics get hangovers? So, this is actually part true, part myth. Let's dive deep into it. Number one, they don't get hangovers because they don't quite finish the hangover cycle. This is mostly due to tolerance. If you keep drinking, really with any drug, that's a classic trait of any addiction, is a tolerance builds. You need more of the substance. In this video, it's alcohol to get the same desired effects. So as tolerance rises, the hangovers happen later in the day. So normal drinkers, or I remember when I first started drinking, the hangovers would come at like 8 a.m. or 6 a.m. It's like, oh my God, what happened? But at the end, my hangovers were showing up, boom, at around 8 p.m. the next night, 3 a.m. the next night. You get the point. But I usually started drinking before the full on hangover would show up. So that's one reason why alcoholics or people with a drinking problem, alcohol use disorder, don't get hangovers, is they don't quite reach the point in the day where boom, you get punched right in the goat blocks by the hangover. So that's one reason. The second reason why alcoholics don't get hangovers is because they're perpetually in a hangover state. Another way to say that is they feel like shit all the time. So when I was going hard in the paint with alcohol, that was my baseline. That was my homeostasis. If I wasn't drinking, if I didn't have alcohol in my system, I felt like shit, just straight up. So life was the hangover. Now, a reason why alcohol kicks the shit out of us internally is because when we ingest ethanol, which has a couple additives added to make it palatable, it's an all hands on deck signal to the body that must be digested, that must be processed first. So, a reason why prolonged drinking gives us this feeling of just general, I feel like shit all the time, is because we're not able to properly digest our food, our nutrients. We're not able to get in that fight or get out of that fight or flight phase, shall we say. There's no resting. There's no time for digesting. There's no time for restoration inside in our cells and our bodies. So that was the question. Why don't alcoholics have hangovers? Well, they do. Number one, they just don't quite hit that cycle. The cycle starts later. And the second part is they're always in a perpetual hangover, basically. Now, I can comment 100% on this. That's how it was for me for the last 5, 6, 7 years of drinking, was just a constant hangover, right? And I think this is the absolute worst place for someone with a drinking problem to be, is because alcohol is ruined for you. And I'm sorry if I have ruined alcohol for you. I've been told by so many people that I've done just that. But if alcohol is ruined for you, here's what that means. You're no longer drinking alcohol to feel good. You're drinking alcohol to feel normal. This is a definite jumping off point into an alcohol-free life. Hope you enjoyed this video. More coming soon. I love you guys.